Hi there, welcome back to the video. In this particular video, we are going to take a look at the new announcement that is Amazon S3 files. Right, so the first step is we're going to go to AWS Management Console. You guys can see my screen, right? Let me, yeah, this is good. So I'm going to go to File System, which is a new option available over here. And then I'm going to click on Create File System. And then you will choose the bucket for which you want to use the file system. I'm going to use the Sawmill demo Spark bucket over here. Okay. And then I'm going to click on select. Important note, the version has to be enabled if you are using S3 files on a given bucket. Okay. Selecting the default VPC and just giving it a tag so I can track the cost. And then I'm going to click on create file system. This will take a couple of seconds. So I'm going to pause the video and resume once this is ready. Alright, so I think it is almost ready. So if I go to my file system, you can see the file system ID, and that's the bucket that I'll be using. And if I click on that, go to mount targets, they all are in the available state. Now let's take a look at the next part of the demo. Basically, now you have the S3 files. Now we're gonna spin up an EC2 machine and then create a file on the local file system, and you will see that file is basically created on the S3 bucket. So basically S3 is now acting as the file system. So let's take a look at that now. Alright, so to do the lab, now since we have the S3 files and now we can create a compute environment, can be anything, Lambda, EC2. I prefer EC2 machine, it's easier. And we need to create a bunch of roles, policy, subnet, etc. So, but we are in the AI world, right? We can just use agent to spin that up, right? Our focus should be more on learning the concepts, right? So again, I have an MD file for you. So look how easily we're gonna spin up this lab. So I'm gonna say, hey, we have this S3 files over here. Okay, that's my file, that's my bucket, that's the region. Can you go ahead and create an EC2 machine with the default VPC subnet? And once this EC2 machine is ready, output me the instance ID and use the profile Sawmill. So I gave all the information. And again, this MD file, again, I'll have it in the lab section. It has all the instruction there. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just say run and create an EC2 machine, and I'll let the agent, I'll just go grab a coffee, let the agent plan everything for me, create a role, policy, and once it's created, I can just I can just resume my lab. So right now I'm just gonna come here. You can see I do not have any active machines here. I gave the prompt to cursor. You can use Claude, anything in general. So here you can see it's now launching the EC2 machine. I'm just relaxing and let it do its thing. Okay. Okay. So I think it did create a machine for me. Let's see. Yeah, look at that, guys. S3 file Sawmill demo Spark. So yeah, I have a machine that's probably ready, and now I can SSH into the machine. So let's see that. Okay, so the machine is ready. It gave me all the information. You can see the instance ID, etc. Gave me the command also to SSH into the machine. Fantastic, man. So I'm just gonna now execute that, say yes. That means I am now inside my EC2 console. As you can see, I have SSH into that. Now let's take a look at the next part, right? The next part is very, very simple. So if you click on S3 file system, you can see the attach button, and if you were to just select the EC2 machine over here, it basically gives you the command that you need to run. So here you can see, for example, I've already SSH into it, right? So I just need to download the utility. After downloading the utility, I just need to create a new folder and then just create a file and test it out, right? So I'm just gonna execute these commands on my machine. As you can see, the first command and then the second command, which is basically creating a new folder. See, learn to leverage agents, right? I mean, you have to be more productive, right? In general, if you're doing the traditional ways, think we have agents, we have AI to do like these stuff, right? So learn to leverage them is what I would say. After that, it's relatively easy, right? So now what I can do is I just need to run the mount command. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I had a small warning, but that's kind of fine. And then that's about it. Now what I can do is I can come here and I can just create a new file. So I'm gonna say echo. I'm just gonna add some hello world or hello whatever XYZ. I'm gonna just name it probably, I don't know, like test222.txt. I'm gonna go to the console, right? So that's done. Now I can And sure enough, now I can see the file, right? It's just that it takes a few seconds to like again, as I said, right, during my test when I was playing, at least I saw that it takes a few seconds, right? So if I were to do it again, I don't know, like test 333, but it works is all I'm trying to say. Okay, so I want to do that. I made that. Now if I go to h3, again, you are not gonna see right now. Again, there's a few seconds that you need to wait. Is what I have seen. Okay, so just an FYI. Okay. Okay. So now I'm just gonna wait. Let's see if it shows up. I think about probably like 60 to like 100 seconds, probably something what I've seen. These appearing. Maybe there's some kind of a buffer behind the scene. I don't know, but yeah. Still no, not the file hasn't came to the h3 at this point. Let's do cat to make sure that the file is there in the directory. So cat, let's do over here cat. Yeah, the file is there on my EC2 machine. So I think it should be synced with h3. Not sure why. Again, as I said, it's a delay that's there. I might cut the video over here again because you don't want to just keep waiting. But again, I want to mention that in the video that there is a small delay after which the file. Okay, yeah, we can see, right? Okay, so again, a small amount of delay, but again, just wanted to point that out in case if you are wondering, hey, why is my file not there, right? So with that being said, thank you so very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the lab. With that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, and I'll see you in the next video.